Stephanie is with us in Virginia. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
So, my father-in-law, he's in his, he's like 77, 78. He was worried that they have his father's house up in the mountains where we are, and he was nervous about trying to keep it in the family. So instead of doing what you said, you do, put it in a trust and do it that way, or even in a will, he decided to quit claim it to my husband, which is fine. But then he put my 7-year-old on the deed too. So I don't know anything about repercussions for my 7-year-old or how to even get him off it since he is now on it. And we do have family members in there renting it too. So this has just kind of made a big mess while we're trying, because we're still in baby step 2, while we're trying to do all of this.
Well, it doesn't affect you because you're not having to write any checks regarding it, right?
No, it was paid off. It was owned between him and his sisters,
Yeah.
and all of his sisters gave him their rights to it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just more worried about my 7-year-old.
No, you're not. You're just pissed at your father-in-law because he throws his weight around.
I'm
It's completely inappropriate. What he
did.
did was completely inappropriate.
Yeah, because
You don't do that. You don't do
thought,
that to somebody's kid without talking to the people and getting approval. This guy just thinks he can do whatever he wants to do.
What we thought he was going to do was just put my husband on it, which we agreed to. And then all of a sudden he put my son on it too, and we had no idea.
Yeah. It's completely inappropriate. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody call the old man and go, "You're not supposed to do this crap"?
We told him that this was a shock to us and that this is not really what we wanted. And
it's not okay.
He's just kind of,
It's not okay.
He's just kind of in his way. So,
yeah. So
I don't know.
I don't know that it matters. I don't know that it affects the kid. The only way I can see it affecting the kid is if a renter fell and broke their face and sued the owner.
Yeah.
And your kid ends up with a $500,000 judgment on him.
Yeah.
Because your drunk relative fell off the porch and broke their face.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was worried about just repercussions of my 7-year-old. Like,
well, it's also the repercussions of your
husband.
husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Because you guys now have a property in your name. And by the way, when the taxes come due, who's paying the taxes?
So this happened in like October last year. My father-in-law helped us pay the taxes because, again, we still get a tax return.
Helped you pay the taxes.
Yeah, he did. He pays the taxes. So it all comes out of his account. What happens, the rent goes into a checking account he's on, and so the taxes come out of that account and
These
all
people
that
just
stuff.
make up crap, don't they?
They do. In all financial steps, this is like, it threw us for a loop because, like I said, we're still in baby step 2. We're getting out of debt, and it gave us a headache.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything, but until somebody sues you, yeah, or until the property taxes go unpaid, and the state of Virginia decides to come after the owner.
Yeah, and because we didn't know if we need a real estate lawyer, and trying to save up for that right now while we're paying off debt is not really that most ideal thing.
Yeah.
To help get my son off of it, we didn't know if that's what we were supposed to do or what.
Eventually. I don't know that there's anything big hurry. I mean, the only thing I can think of is just the liability. It's just such a toxic family that I don't really know how to guard against this level of stupidity.
Because the right thing to do would have been a trust, like what you talked about, would have been doing it as a trust, correct?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not even sure any of that needs to happen. But I mean, you got broke people in debt. We give them a house, which is a liability, instead of a blessing.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand. It doesn't, and you don't even ask people about it. You just kind of tell them whatever you're going to do, and then you do it. And so, oh my gosh, it's just wrong. So, if it was my kid, I would get a real estate attorney, and probably on you're the parent, you are the guardian. You can sign on behalf of a 7-year-old and sign a quitclaim deed back to your husband for the 7-year-old's interests.
So Dave,
and get it out of his name. Yeah.
Who are the owners in this deal?
Well,
is all of them essentially?
No, apparently her husband. Your husband's the only owner, right? And your kid.
Yeah, so as of right now, yes, because my father-in-law was the only owner. It was the only owner because his
And a
sister
quitclaim deed is
transferred
not
all
even
the
a good
ownership.
deed. I mean, that's not all you're doing is I can give you a quitclaim deed on that same property. Because all a quitclaim
Yeah,
deed says is I quit claiming whatever interests I
Right.
have. And so
yeah.
you don't even have a good transferable deed. You're probably going to have trouble when you try to sell it someday. So, but yeah, I'd get the kid's name off of it. It could just be a simple, your kid does a quit claim to his father now, so now the whole thing is in your husband's name at that point. But I just think you guys got other problems that are way beyond the issue
And I was wondering
you're
if they
looking
should
at.
sell the house, if it had enough equity in it to help their situation.
Well, they got a relative. Yeah, I mean that'd be interesting. If you're going to, this family's all about power moves, so.
If he owns it, if her husband owns it, I was wondering, hey, sell it, take the profits, and put it towards baby step 2. Solve the whole problem, yes or no?
Yeah. I'm not sure you can get. I mean, I'm not sure his title's clean.
That's what you're okay.
This is
It's
just
a weird deal.
Yeah, this is hillbilly estate planning right here. I mean, that's what this is. It's just really, really bad.
Okay.
So,
All right.
oh gosh, I've seen this my whole life. Everybody around me does stuff like this, and they just make up stuff
Right.
and think because in their head this is the way it works.
Right.
It's actually the way it works, and then don't talk to anybody about it. Just go do whatever the heck you want to do to your 7-year-old grandson without talking to his parents. Oh my God, it's just jeez. So I don't know. I guess I would. The first thing you want to do is get a kid's name off of it. Then the second thing you want to do is you want to decide how much you want to stay in it, and whether you want to undo all this or not. Because I'm not sure it was meant to be a blessing. At least in the old man's head, it's a blessing, but I'm not sure it's a blessing.